Okay.
Yeah.
June 20, 2009. Highlights of the
Be a
day.
rundown. Speaking of rundown, what a segue. And it's not a segue. That's a two-wheel thing that they do on Mall Cop. I didn't ride one of those, but I did do some running. It was a soccer game.
You ran
for
that ball
Atlas,
down.
Viva Atlas, and yeah. So it was.
That wasn't a highlight.
What wasn't?
The running down. I mean,
well,
it was, but it wasn't one of the official highlights.
But the soccer game included a lot of running.
Sorry.
So indirectly, it was a highlight.
Okay.
I actually enjoyed the running, to be completely honest. I loved it. Except for when they didn't pass me the ball and I was open. But there was this one time I called for the cross and I said, "Aquí ahora," you know, Cruz, whatever. I told him to give me the ball, and he did. And then I beat my defender, and I was like, putting up my head, and I was like, I was wide open. And then I looked at I just missed by this much. I looked at the shot on the camera afterwards and zoomed in real close. I was seriously like 2 inches away from a goal, and it would have been so pretty, but I missed. And
it was it was the best goal opportunity for the game.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity, but oh well. That was good. What about you?
Highlight one. Yes. Well, watching the game was also a highlight for me, and got to sit out in the sun, which was really nice. But my first highlight of the day, I didn't really do anything that interesting today besides watch the game, so my highlights consist of things that other people did for me, which is...
Those are often very good things.
Dad cleaned my car inside and outside, which included like vacuuming and waxing.
Did not the one who cleaned the outside clean the inside also?
He did.
So
wise
true.
words. So that was a huge highlight, because I've been meaning to do that for quite a while and it hasn't happened. So
sweet. I can attest to the cleanliness. I saw it and I remarked about it. I did. Yeah, it was nice.
Which brings us to highlight number 3.
Oh man, that was dynamite. Okay.
So we had a pretty good discussion in the aisle of, well, our whole trip to Woody's was pretty eventful.
Really good, yeah.
We were sent there with $20. I just thought that's an important fact when we get to our discussion.
Right, okay, yeah.
With a $20 bill to buy marshmallows and 2 boxes of cereal, Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops. And now that I think of it, Dad did specifically say Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops. So we got to aisle
TMR, copyright.
Four or whatever, wherever the cereal is. And I wanted to buy the Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops because that's what we always buy. And they're probably the best kind.
Compared to all the other kinds of Fruit Loops and things that we've tried.
They're the original.
Oh wait, shoot, we haven't tried very many.
Dad.
Oh no.
Dad always buys the brand, Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops brand. So I thought it was important that we do that because that's what he had asked us to buy.
Because he likes the quality ingredients.
Yes, quality ingredients to make the quality Rice Krispies with Fruit Loops in them. And Nathan really, really wanted to buy the generic Centrella version.
Because Dad's probably not even going to get paid this month because he has to pay all his employees first, and he took off 2 weeks, so he's basically not getting paid for the month of June.
Yes,
and so I thought, hey, why don't we, it's like a fourth of the price, and they still just like puff air through a couple of grains of rice and make the same thing. And
but sometimes they taste funny.
So I thought, hey, let's save a couple bucks. But Ruth has the kind of more the rich taste.
No, I figured we had a $20 bill and we were only gonna save $4 maybe, and probably
like I said, $1 here, $1 there.
They would end up tasting weird. And so anyway, we compromised and bought the Rice Krispies and the Frosted Rolls, but it took us a good while to decide that.
It took us like 5 minutes at least.
Yeah.
when we came
and
back,
even an Amish lady even went by and bought some
Centrella
cornflakes. So Nathan automatically assumed that meant that
Amish can cook.
That's what
Amish
we
know
should buy.
what they're doing.
Centrella.
And then later we found out that Dad has often just like picked up the Centrella brand Fruit Loops anyway.
I don't know that I've often,
well,
but
a couple times anyway. So
before.
yeah, so he was like, no, yeah. So but anyway, so moving on. So that was that. Then we went to the post game fiesta with Team Atlas and friends, amigos, if you will, and amiga.
I would say emphasis on the amigos because I was the only.
But since it's a mixed audience, then you just use the masculine. But
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we sat there for a while and they pulled out some meat on the grill, and it was the same kind of meat they had last time I went. It was a lot. There were like 3 bowls of meat at least, and they kept bringing out more. And it was like thinly cut and marinated, and then they had like cactus on the top, like the full cactus things without the spears in them. And then then they grilled the cactus, they grilled the meat, they grilled the tortillas and the peppers and the onions, and then they had this big like tray or thing of guacamole, like big slices of avocado with tomatoes and onions, and like thick slices of jalapeno peppers and other kinds of peppers. And we had some of that, and that was delicious, and everything was pretty delicious. And they kept giving us more and more.
Yeah, I went back to get 1 piece of cactus, and they gave me 2 and 3 onions. They just kept putting them on my plate, and I couldn't say no.
No,
they were good.
They were really especially good. If they don't know English, and they're just saying,
"Oh yeah,
yeah." So what are you gonna do?
And I ate it all, and it was delicious.
Yeah, it was.
And I made friends with a 4-year-old girl.
Yeah.
She was sort of eyeing me the whole time, and I tried to talk to her, but she didn't speak very good English, so we just sort of had a smiling relationship. And then
they communicated with their smiles.
We did, and with our eyes.
And with their hearts.
Yep, and she was asking her dad about me because her dad spoke English, and then she asked me my name in English at the end. Right before we left, she really wanted to talk to me before I left, so that was fun.
That's how I find it often is. I mean, you meet someone, and then when it's all about to end, then you really want to talk.
Are you referring to anyone in particular?
Moving on.
That's what I thought.
Speaking of moving on,
I don't know where this is going.
I don't either.
That's all.
Let's move on.
I think.
I thought we had one more. Oh yes, quiz practice. Dan and I today, it was just a dual deal, and it was solid. It was solid. We were. I'm not gonna say anything in case anybody watches this before finals.
I asked them some questions. It was good.
I'm gonna just keep it a big secret.
A big secret? Ooh, Naphany knows their material. That's something new.
But let's just say it was so crappy. I'm probably gonna quit before finals. That's how bad.
I'm probably not even gonna go watch anymore.
I've said too much. No, I've said too much.
Horrible.
I think the recap should be done now.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing our recap, by the way.
Yes.